So, I just showed you Modoc for the first time.
Yes.
Yes. Glad you got to see him and everything. So, in the vein of grotesque, strange, and ugly looking things, there's another trailer that came out.
Way to be honest.
Just about an hour ago. The Conjuring 3.
Oh boy.
So it's another official one. It's not a spinoff like Annabelle or The Nun. This is the actual official Conjuring Part 3 that we're about to get into. How do you feel about The Conjuring? Not even the movies, the universe.
The
Conjureverse.
The CCU. They don't even have comics, so I can't even call it that. But I think it's good to make a framework for other horror elements to start to expand upon. Of course, you're never going to get everything answered. And if you do, then sometimes it's not as scary as you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But first Conjuring, when it first came out, it was nice and interesting of where like, oh, well, where is this going to go if it goes anywhere?
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to be a one-thing spin-off, and sure, had the cliffhanger opening to make more, but I was okay with it. And then we got more, and then as you just mentioned, the spin-offs of The Nun and Annabelle being creepy.
Yeah.
Nun
Existing.
Yeah,
that's pretty much.
It's kind of like the timeline in Back to the Future of one just being solid and straight, and then the other one just being an offshoot and just being there. If somebody could cut the umbilical cord and just say not canon,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of the Conjuring continue on, I think we'd all be good. But at the same time, I want to see what kind of spooky thing or boogans has been conjured up this time around.
Fair enough. And I gotta admit, even though I think they're running on a little bit with like the spin-offs and everything. Depending on how you do, I think I like the last Annabelle, which wasn't Creation, the one that came Origin of Evil. Yes. I like when it starts tying back into the main story of the Conjuring, because then it feels like it's a whole cohesive like story. So when they do that, that's fine. I didn't really like the first Annabelle. Annabelle Creations was the second one.
Mm-hmm.
That was alright with me. Like it was a better step in the right direction. I feel like The Nun should have been. I don't understand how The Nun wasn't creepier than what it was, because the atmosphere was there, but the payoff for like the scares weren't there. But I do like how it ties back in to the Conjuring universe with like how the end works and like who the characters are related to and why this specific entity is hunting some other characters that we know. It helps to fill out the universe, which is what a universe should do.
It's got a very interesting set of how the demon works,
Mm-hmm.
and why it's there.
Yeah.
Very interesting choice of music.
Yeah.
I won't spoil that. That's something you have to experience, same as a very fearful me and ruining music that I did like before. But the idea that you bring up is important. Annabelle, where it started in the later movies, not exactly having a callback, but where you could see elements of where she actually works in both her own movies and in the original Conjuring, makes more sense, and if anything is just a reflection of what you've already seen before, but it brings back your memory, and that's why it works together in the Conjuring universe. I didn't get any of that in The Nun.
Yeah.
There was none there when it came to, okay, this is also the same universe, other than possibly like characters, demon, name, book, or anything. There wasn't really too much connection, and that's what's going to make it very interesting when 2022 comes around, and there's going to be The Nun 2.
None yet, huh?
Or, I had to.
Yeah. Oh.
I had to.
Did
Same
you?
as they had to release other films than The Conjuring.
Oh, man. I don't even. Ooh, that. Ooh, we're gonna get into The Conjuring Part 3 just a minute, but before we do, let's go ahead and cue the intro. Alright, y'all, we're all set. Everything is ready. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Oh, no, we starting off problematic already.
Guess.
Why you want to die this bad? Yeah, what? Good old Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Residents of Brookfield were shocked this afternoon by the broad daylight murder of Bruno Saul.
Warren Johnson plays
the
active.
existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
Oh, okay. So I get where this one's gonna
So
go.
we have to validate the demon.
Demon in a waterbed. That is some imagery that I never thought of, but I understand. You gonna get got, child.
Oh! See, and that's gonna tick off everyone to busting the wall pit.
I didn't actually expect it to bust. I expected it to like grab and wrap around, like encase it like a balloon, and then bring it in. Lorraine, you need to. I don't know what type of pill you need, but you need a little something, girl. Okay.
The master Satanist is not an adversary to you like me.
That's a heck of a statement.
Saving him with everything you have. Because that's what labor will cost.
Bro, you what? Oh, you had to have been running.
Coming soon.
Sure. Yeah, that's what it's doing. It's coming. All right. Oh. So I don't feel anything from it that's like scary or creepy. This feels like a more down to earth story for them. Maybe they're saving like a few of the scarier things for like later, like another trailer or something. But right now, it just looks kind of plain.
I actually was on the same beats of where, other than that completely dark jump scare that's obvious in the trailer, you know, you put in the big, like, huge crashing sound of everything silent first, of them calling out into the darkness, and then you throw something on your screen. The classic jump scare. I don't think this is going to be a scary movie. I think it's going to be trying to figure out not a whodunit, because it's obviously a demonic force. But how do we
Yeah.
prove who done it in
Yeah,
a court of law?
that's exactly. That's how it feels like it's gonna go. Where it's just like they have to make other people believe that these things exist when they already know that they do.
But I would prefer to have my conjurings scare me or creep me out
Yes.
of a human body distorting in such a terrible way that it must be a demonic force and not a spiritual victims unit procedural 2-hour-long film which might go this way, but if they're building up a whole team to fight Master Satan, an adversary that must not be taken lightly, because one day he will have all of the Inferno stones.
Wow.
Um,
That's how we. It'll probably be the Apocalypse Stones.
To get it.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, they have enough movies now that they can start building a lot more of their own universe. They could take on. Is it Universal that has the Mummy?
Oh, you mean the Dark Universe?
Yes.
That must got canceled.
Oh, thank God.
They already won. Conjuring universe survived. That whole universe got wiped off the tape twice.
But
Oh man.
I will say that I was okay with the Mummy movie. The Brendan Fraser ones.
Okay. Not the.
The newest Sophia Boutella one with Tom Cruise.
Yes.
If the rest of the universe didn't exist and there wasn't a huge big plan for it, it's not the worst film out there, but at the same time, I'm glad I did not pay to see it in the theaters.
It's not the movie that I would have started a universe with.
Oh, no, I don't think anybody
started
should have.
a new universe with. Because they tried with Dracula Untold, and they tried with the Mummy.
I completely forgot Dracula Untold.
Yep.
We should rewatch.
Two-time failure. I don't know about doing all that.
I think
but
we should rewatch both of them back to back to see which one is the best, worst. And then we can watch all the Conjurings backwards, chronologically, so that we can eventually see Annabelle at her youngest.
Wow. I might just do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to the Crooked Man that they announced a while ago. Because when you were talking about like creepy imagery and stuff like that, he messed me up in Conjuring 2. That scene where he metamorphed from the dog, for me, that was it. I never want to deal with him ever again in my life, except for in the movie that I will eventually watch of him, because he actually freaked me out. Because I was just like, how did you even do it? This is the reason why I don't like super flexibility and like posing and stuff like that in horror movies. People being like, oh, what, you don't like girls that are too flexible and stuff like that, you gonna like it one day. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I've done seen enough. Don't do no contortion stuff to me. If you can bend beyond 180 degrees, we're not good. I don't trust
There's a complete holistic difference between somebody that did gymnastics when they were younger.
Yes.
Okay, a contortionist that travels along the East Coast between Ocean City and Miami Beach. Okay, and then you got a Silent Hill demon.
Yes.
That is unnatural, unholy, and unnatural in every single way that it can move and act, and it's wrong. It's the uncanny valley of like, you look at that thing's movements and you're like, that's not a human being. And if a demon contorts a human body to make your brain say it, yeah, you know why you fear it is because something ain't right. And the whole Crooked Man scenario is going to play into your fear right there. That's why I said if I can get more of that imagery, that's going to like satisfy me.
Yeah. Just remember that doubly unnatural.
Yes.
2 times. Double tap with the unnaturalism and we'll be good. But that's all we got for you guys today. Conjuring Part 3, I don't know. Y'all got to do something else. Give me something a little more before I'm like super invested into it. And it's an HBO Max thing. So I mean, it's coming out in the theaters and on HBO Max, but I ain't got Max, so I ain't gonna see it here. But I don't know, I'll see something maybe. Right now, not too invested, but hopefully more to come in the future. Give me that Crooked Man trailer, and then maybe we'll all be good. The nun she played her part. I know how her story ends. I think that's the thing that really gets me. I know how she gets beaten in the future. So unless they do like a future thing where she comes back and is getting revenge, I don't know. Cause I will say this: she hunted people for quite some time.
Some demons can have patience.
She had uber patience. Cause as far as we've seen in this universe, she's the only one that played a long con.
It wasn't even a slow burn to accomplish something. It was just the idea that she was always present that made me feel like, wow, she might not be as powerful as I think.
Exactly. She was just out here always causing problems for no reason. But I don't know, man. Maybe if she comes back, maybe if she assembles the Dark Monster Avengers to try and take out Ed and Lorraine Warren.
The Shadow Squad.
Yeah, that's we can call it that. She assembles the Shadow Squad and breaks out the convicts hidden up in their house.
What?
Because that's what Annabelle tried to do.
Yeah, she tried a prison break of demonic entities, but like, do they all know each other? Is it easier to just say they don't? They're all in the infernum of hell.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just give it a different Latin name. But the idea that we're gonna need more. We don't need it all explained. Leave some things up to the minds to still determine.
Yes.
Okay. And maybe it will all pan out, and maybe, none tag like subtitle Mother Superior will be better than the nun.
Yes. So we're hoping for more. Maybe give us the Shadow Squad, the Ghoul Goons.
The Phantasm Patrol.
Yep. Yeah, all of it. Give it all to me. That's the movie that we need to see. We need we need the Revengers to come out here real quick. But that's all we got for you guys today. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Will Matt.
I'm Matt McKinley.
Be brave, people. Be you.